All right, here's a beautiful showpiece here. This is a stone coat countertop mix over a sample board. We're going to show you exactly how to reproduce these results. This is an amazingly easy product to work with, and we'll show you from start to finish how to reproduce this look.
All right, so we got our black base color down, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start building our colors. The first and easiest way to do that is before you actually even start with your part A and part B. You're going to start adding color through just using some really easy spray paint. I really enjoy the metallics, but in order to start, I really enjoy veins, and so I'm going to make a directional vein and fog some different colors in. I'll tell you what colors I'm going to be using, but use your imagination and do your own. I'm starting out with just my black base, and I'm going to add some white. I'm going to do that from far away because a little of white goes a long way. So go start up far away. If you want it a little bit darker, go again. So I'm going to start over here past my sample and then drag it in the directions that I want. I'm going to do a couple different places with that, and I'm going to get out some different colors. I like the black metallic. That also gives it a little bit of depth and perception for that too. Even on your black base, that's kind of neat to be able to see different colors. I'm going to use one of my very favorite colors is it's metallic rose gold, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a color here and go ahead and add that in. And another one that I really enjoy is a brass metallic. It's just like a silver metallic color, and it'll come in and you can see it just really gives it another character, another depth. And this is going to create a really easy way to start a sediment style beginning. And so when I come back in, I'm going to use some of our metallics and some of our other things in our spray bottle and keep building on that depth for another project. So let's let this dry, and we'll come back and add our part A and part B and get started on the next step. We have our countertop base colors already down. We've gone and put some accent colors, let that all dry, and now we're ready to start with our Stone Coat Countertops products. We're going to go ahead and use our Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy, and we're going to put a clear base on there. We've already mixed that all up off camera just to save us some time. We're going to put that on there, and then we're going to trowel it out just to get started and get the material worked out the way that we need to. Make sure it goes all the way over the edges and it gets all over the top of our sample board. The sample boards are fun and easy to do. It's great to always do a sample board when you're doing a giant kitchen or before your giant kitchen, that's great. But if you're a contractor and you know you're going to be doing a job, always make sure that you have extra sample boards ready and waiting for when you have that extra material, or you can reproduce the type of countertop that you have done for our customers. So you make sure you have it all the way out all over the counter or your sample board. You're going to take your brush, make sure that you have it all over our edge. We like to go ahead and have that primed and go all over the edge. Not very big deal, just go ahead and make sure it's all over the place. Now I know in this specific sample that I'm going to be doing a sediment style, and so I have tons of different base colors that I've already mixed in and have ready for me to go ahead and add to this top coat. So I'm not going to worry about this too much, but I am going to go ahead and chop it just to get that out for the trowel marks that I had done. You go ahead and chop it at the end. Even if you don't see the trowel marks initially, if you don't chop your top, sometimes when it dries it will start showing up later. So I've gone ahead and chopped the top. I'm ready to go. Now I'm going to take some of these different colors that I have already sitting up. This one is a black, and I'm just going to go ahead and take my sample and I'm going to start running it through in no particular way, form or fashion, because I really like the sediment style, but I want to make these veins meld together, and I have tons of different colors to add. I'm also going to be using our metallic sprays. So this has the base color with black in this one. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. This one is going to be really fun. I enjoy using this one because I like adding tons of color. This is our deep silver, and I've got a lot of that. This is one of my very favorites. Make sure you always go over the edge. So this is our deep silver base metallic colors that we've added to our clear epoxy. And we're going to go ahead and like I said, just like with our black base color that was added to our clear epoxy. We're just going to keep adding those in. I'm going to do that a ton, no particular order. Like I said, this is going to kind of be, I don't mind making a mess, and it's going to just add to the beauty at the end of this. Make sure you always go over the edges. This one's another really fun one. This is just a gold. I don't want to have that be too crazy, but I'm going to add it just a little bit into a few different areas. It just makes that pop. You can see how fun that is. This is our gold metallic powder that we added to some clear epoxy. It makes a beautiful color. And so I'm just going to add it as kind of an accent. You see, you can just add it. I like the ribbons, so I'm going to add that in there. But then one of the next things I'm going to do, so I have tons of different epoxy already on our base. You can see it's kind of high and low. I really like this style. This would be really fun. Actually, you can take your sticks and start kind of melding these two together. But one of the things I like to do is start using some of our metallic powders in our spray bottles. Mike's already shown that. Go see the other video of how we do that. Add those together. This is a copper, and we make sure you shake everything up. Don't just pick it up and go, because it won't work that way. But if you take it and you fog it from far away, if you look up close, Mike will show you, you can see what it does. It instantly granifies that whole thing. It'll start working together to kind of meld these together and make a different kind of look.
What color was that?
That one was our copper metallics. I like to use also the black. I'm going to get that in there. And I'm going to take my stick in just a minute. I want to put those in. We've already used some of that black black base color that was mixed in with our epoxy to make that darker color. Well, I'm going to use it in this and just kind of make that thicker. It's going to start separating some of those veins that we have that are a little bit thicker. And I will start separating and working those together, working them to separate that vein together. So I'm going to take a stick while we're here. I'm going to start kind of drawing those things together. You can see, depending on the way that you want that to go, you can kind of make your stick either way. Kind of go either way and mold those together. It's a really fun, easy process to do. This is encouraging them to kind of meld. That gold is really beautiful in that piece. One of my very favorite ones that just actually, one of my favorite metallic sprays, and I didn't think I'd really like it. It was kind of a surprising one, is this clay material. It has that really, when we had done our initial colors, I had used an aged copper and a rose gold on there, and this just kind of helps accent that. And so I'm going to kind of just fog that in a couple different places, and it just really stands out. And you can see it just really makes that amazing. It starts separating that vein, starts building that color together, and it really stands out beautifully. I really, really love that clay color. I really like this color, but I think I'm going to put one more little last thing of black. I think I'm going to put right down that middle, and I'm going to kind of keep that little and light. A little bit of that gold. I want to kind of put that together. So you can see, if you get up close, these metallics are just melding together. It has made a really cool piece up close. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to take our torch at this time and start moving those veins together just to create a little bit more melding, and then I'm really happy. So I'm going to see how that looks. that piece. There was tons of different colors. We used tons of different methods in order to get that. This is a more wild piece, but I enjoy that. You might like that as well. So if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot us a question. Make sure to answer you right away. But this is a really fun way in order to incorporate not only the metallic and our base colors, but in the spray bottles, as well as when we mix them together with our epoxy stone coat countertop product.
All right, here's a beautiful showpiece here. This is a stone coat countertop mix over a sample board. We're going to show you exactly how to reproduce these results. This is an amazingly easy product to work with, and we'll show you from start to finish how to reproduce this look.